My name is Quentin Goose, OBE, and I play the role of staunch companion Edvig Goose in the popular radio adventures of Doctor WHeasel. I'm here in the Groucho Club today with the other star of our show, Randolph Weaseling Esquire, to answer a few questions from our fanbase.
Both of them. Weirdos.
Oh, great start, Randy, and insult our fans.
They've got it coming, top-knotted, chin-bearded hipster losers, the lot of them.
I'm pretty sure, old fruit, that hipsters are not listening to our antics. We'd have better ratings and be memes all over Buzzface and read it if we were.
Buzzface? You really have no... Buzzface? You really have zero clue about the modern internet. Go on then, let's get on with these questions. The sooner they're over, the sooner I can be back in my weasel lair with a glass of something alcoholic.
Right, our first question's from Mr. Stewart of Hampton, who asks, should there be more kissing in Doctor WHeasel, or is there enough already? Kissing? I don't recall any kissing.
Well, you wouldn't. But it's safe to say a fair amount of snuggery and horizontal pole dancing goes on behind the scene amongst the cast and crew members. On screen, though, I like to think of my Doctor as somewhat of an asexual being, apart from all that sort of interpersonal hijinks.
Funny, because I'm sure he's tried chatting up half of the female guest stars' characters. Anyway, next question. Mr. D.C. Harrison of Stoke asks, do you find the console room consoling, no matter your mood?
Console room Oh, sounds like someone's trying to make a terrible pun. Oh, I can't stand them. Puns are the lowest form of comedy.
What about Mrs. Brown's boys?
I stand corrected. But to answer DC's question, there isn't actually a set. It's a radio show, so we have a few mics, a guy in the corner with a flat cap and a whippet who records the sound effects, and that's it.
But imagine, Randy, if we had a set, it would probably be a splendid place to relax and get into character. Perhaps I should talk more about the craft here, and the steps I take to get into the mind, the soul of Edvig Goose before each performance.
Yeah, no, that won't kill our audience's attention stone cold dead. Look, Coy, they're just not that interested in your interpretive dance routines. I could talk about my preparation, though. I bet the fans would love to hear that.
You mean running in just before we start taping, necking 2 tumblers of teacher's whiskey, and then rushing through your lines like you've got a car and a parking meter?
Sounds about right. Anyway, the next question says it comes from Joe of No Fixed Abode, Leeds. No Fixed Abode? How is he listening to this show, then? Anyway, he asks, is time travel possible, and if so, where can you take me? No, Joe, it's not possible. You're nuts, and the only place I'm taking you is far, far, far away from my house.
But Randy, if it were possible, where would we go?
And I'll tell you where I wouldn't go. Back to Christmas Day 2011.
And why is that?
Because that's when The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe was broadcast. Oh, awful, monstrous, unwatchable. Ruined Christmas for me totally.
Quite. Now, our next question came in by fax.
From the 1980s, proving thus that time travel is real.
And it's from a Jamie of Leicestershire, who asks, will there be any Doctor WHeasel merchandise to buy, or a convention for fans to attend in 2017? I like the sound of both of them.
Me too, we probably get some kind of residuals from them. Let's bring in at this point Max Capacity, head of Weasel Teleaudio Productions Enterprise and Extortion Department, to comment on this. Max, merch or a convention in 2017?
No, too much bloody hard work.
Thanks, Max.
Now, our next question's from a Sarah in Alnwick, who,
I think it's Anik.
Okay, in Anik then, who asks, who's been your favourite guest star in Season 1, and why? Also, who would you like on in Season 2?
Secondly, my favourite guest stars are those that turn up and record their lines on time with no prodding. And as for series 2, I'd say more ladies, and anyone who's cheap and doesn't charge his equity rates.
I forget, are you still in equity, Randy?
No, Cooey, they expelled me for that open letter I wrote to Emma Watson in the Times last year.
Quite. Anyway, moving on, it's time for our last question, and it's from Simon Jones of Bracknell, and he asks, what new adventures have you got lined up for us in 2017? That's a good question, and I notice from someone who shares the same name with our publicist.
Yeah, what a coincidence. Anyway, right then, Mr. Jones. Well, in Series 2, we'll be repelling an invasion of Earth, exploring the backstory of a recurring villain, fighting off hordes of zombies, getting stuck in the 1970s, confronting homicidal tulips, and Vic will hilariously get slammed into a planet when he gets stuck aboard an out-of-control space freighter overrun by cyboreals.
What? Are they killing my character off?
Looks like it, which means I'll be in the market for a new companion. Possibly one with less sarcasm, more lady equipment, and more adoration for weasels. Perhaps some sort of hen.
I wouldn't count your chickens yet, mate. I'm going to have words with my agent.
Right then, well, the goose has flounced off, so I guess that's a wrap. How do you turn this? I see, there we go.